You're 17 years old when you kill your first person. It's not like in the movies. There's no dramatic music or slow motion. It's a Tuesday at 3 p.m. in a taqueria in Culiacan. The guy is eating an order of carne asada tacos when you put 2 bullets in the back of his head. He collapses onto his plate. The green salsa mixes with something else that's also green but is no longer salsa. You walk out. Nobody screams. Nobody stops you. People know that looking is more dangerous than being blind. They pay you 5,000 pesos. It's more money than you've ever seen together. Your mom cleans houses for 800 pesos a day. Your dad left when you were 8 and never came back. You have 3 younger siblings. That dead man feeds you for a month. You do the math. 1 life equals 30 days of tortillas. The mathematics of hell is surprisingly simple. Your recruiter is El Chino. He's not Chinese. They call him that because he has slanted eyes. He saw you fighting outside your middle school, 3 against 1, and you broke all 3 of their faces. You've got balls, he told you, and you're good with your hands. Want to make real money? You didn't think much about it. Poverty doesn't let you think. It only lets you survive. They train you at a ranch in the mountains. There are 15 kids like you, all skinny, all desperate, all with that stray dog look that would do anything for a bone. They teach you to shoot AK-47s, AR-15, 9mm pistols. They teach you to dismantle a body. Not metaphorically, literally. There's a video you have to watch. It's 40 minutes long. It's the worst thing you've seen. It's your admission exam. If you vomit, you're out. If you look away, you're out. If you freeze up, you're out. You watch all of it. You feel nothing. You discover that this is your superpower, the absence of feeling. Your first month is surveillance. They station you on a corner with a cell phone. Your job is to report if you see patrol cars, military, suspicious people. It's boring and terrifying at the same time. You stand for 12 hours under the sun. You can't move. You can't fall asleep. If you fail, if an operation gets through because you didn't warn in time, you disappear. You already saw what happened to a kid who fell asleep on his shift. They found him 3 days later in pieces distributed across 5 municipalities. Clear message. Incompetence is not tolerated. After surveillance, you move to transports. You move packages from one point to another. You don't ask what's inside. You already know what's inside. Sometimes it's drugs. Sometimes it's money. Sometimes it's weapons. Once you transported a cooler and you knew from the dead weight and the liquid dripping that it wasn't for a picnic. You earned 10,000 pesos that day. Your mom asked you where you got so much. You told her you got promoted at your construction job. She hugged you crying with happiness. You felt nothing. You were already learning to turn off that part of you that could feel. Your second dead body's at 18. This time it's a municipal police officer. He's on his day off at his house, playing with his son in the yard. You arrive on a motorcycle with another Sicario. You drive. He shoots, but he misses the first shot. The cop runs. Your partner yells at you. You have no choice. You pull out your pistol and shoot while you're still on the motorcycle. You hit him 3 times. He falls. His son screams. He's about 5 years old. You rev the motorcycle. Your hands don't shake. You realize you're good at this. Dangerously good. You get promoted to full-time Sicario. Now you earn 15,000 pesos a month plus bonuses per job. The bonuses vary. A cop is worth 10,000. A cartel rival is worth 20,000. A mayor or journalist is worth 50,000. A protected witness is worth 100,000. It's like a restaurant menu, but for death. You have a direct boss now. They call him El Tres Letras. Nobody knows why. He gives you the orders, he sends you photos, addresses, routines. Sometimes you have 3 days to study the target. Sometimes you have 3 hours. You learn the science of assassination. It's not what you think. People think it's just showing up and shooting. Amateurs do that. Professionals plan. You study escape routes. You identify cameras. You memorize patrol schedules. You use stolen cars that you change for each job. Cloned plates. You have 3 cell phones that you destroy weekly. You use caps, dark glasses, generic clothing that nobody remembers. You're a ghost. You disappear into the crowd like smoke. Your best tool isn't your pistol, it's your patience. You can wait 6 hours in a car for the perfect moment. You can follow someone for weeks without them noticing. You learn to read body language. You know when someone suspects something. You know when to lower your guard. You develop a 6th sense for danger. It's like having an internal radar that's always scanning for threats. You kill your 10th target and something changes. You no longer see them as people. They're targets, they're jobs, they're problems to solve. When you shoot, it's like pressing delete on a computer. You eliminated a datum, nothing more. This dissociation is what keeps you functional. Sicarios who don't achieve this collapse. They become drug addicts or commit suicide or make fatal mistakes. You survive because you manage to turn empathy into a switch you can turn off at will. You become a specialist. You're the Sicario they call for clean jobs. No public dismemberments, no messages hung from bridges. You're for discreet operations, in and out, no witnesses, no evidence. You're the professional, the craftsman, the one who's never failed a job. Your reputation grows. You start earning 40,000 pesos a month base, plus bonuses that sometimes add up to another 100,000. You buy a house for your mom. Nothing ostentatious. You can't draw attention. But it has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a big kitchen. She cries when you give her the keys. She believes you work in private security. Technically, she's not wrong. You provide security, just for the wrong side of the law. Your siblings go to a better school now. They wear new uniforms. They have shoes that aren't broken. They look at you with admiration. They don't know you pay for everything with blood. You meet El Patron at a cell boss meeting. You're the only low-ranking Sicario invited. It's an honor and a threat. They sit you at a table with 12 men. All have killed more people than they can count. El Patron looks at you directly. I heard you're good, silent, professional. I need people like you. He assigns you to his personal escort. Now you're one of the 20 men protecting Mexico's most wanted man. Your salary jumps to 80,000 pesos monthly. The escort is different. You no longer go out to kill. Now your job is to prevent them from killing. You're a luxury human shield. You work 24-hour shifts. You live in safe houses with the boss. You eat what he eats. You sleep when he sleeps. You have a bulletproof vest that weighs 8 kilos. You wear it even to go to the bathroom. Your rifle is 30 centimeters from your hand at all times. You sleep in fetal position with one hand on your pistol. You witness meetings you shouldn't witness. You hear things that could bring down governments. You see suitcases with 50 million pesos. You see mayors, commanders, generals all bowing their heads before your boss. You understand that the cartel isn't a criminal organization. It's a parallel state. It has its own army, its own judicial system, its own economy. And you're a soldier of that state. You kill 30 people in your first 3 years. Most of them you don't even know their names. They're targets. Some were innocent. Wrong witnesses. Confused addresses. Collateral damage. You can't think about that. If you think about that, you go crazy, so you don't think. You just execute orders. You're a tool. Tools don't have consciousness. You start having nightmares. Not about the people you killed. That doesn't bother you. The nightmares are about getting caught. You see yourself in a cell. You see yourself being tortured. You see yourself dead in a ditch. You wake up sweating, checking your pistol, reviewing the exits. Paranoia is your new personality. You never sit with your back to the door. You never follow the same route twice. You change houses every 6 months. You have no friends because friends are weaknesses. You try to have a girlfriend. Her name is Carla. She works at an OXXO. She's pretty and sweet and everything you're not. You tell her you work in logistics. You last 4 months until she finds your pistol in the car. Why do you have this? She asks. You make up a story about robberies. She doesn't believe you. A week later, 2 sicarios from a rival cartel try to kidnap her to get to you. You kill both of them. You save Carla. But you have to explain to her who you really are. You see her change. Love turns to fear in 3 seconds. You leave her for her safety. It's the closest thing to something noble you've done in years. You become an instructor. You teach the new recruits. You're 22 years old and you're a veteran. The kids you train are 15, 16, 17. You recognize them. They're you 5 years ago. Desperate, hungry, willing. You teach them to shoot, to move, to kill. Some vomit the first time they see real violence. Those don't last. The ones who stay cold, who don't react, those are the dangerous ones. Those are the ones who survive. You participate in your first territorial war. The rival cartel tries to take the plaza. For 2 weeks, it's urban hell. Daily shootouts. Grenades. Cuernos de chivo. Barrett .50s that go through walls. You lose 4 companions. You kill 7 confirmed enemies. The city paralyzes. Schools close. People hide. And when it ends, when your cartel maintains the plaza, there's no celebration. There's only the absolute exhaustion of having seen too much. You discover there are levels in this hell. You thought you were bad. Then you meet the truly sick ones, the ones who enjoy it, the ones who record videos, the ones who play with their victims. You kill out of necessity, for money, for survival. They kill because they like it. You realize you still have a line, thin, almost invisible, but it exists. They crossed that line so long ago they don't even remember it existed. Your body count reaches 50. You've been shot 3 times. One bullet in the shoulder, another grazed your ribs. The third went through your thigh. You have scars that look like a map of hell. Each one tells a story you'll never share. Some hurt when it rains. All of them hurt when you remember how you got them. At 25, you're a legend. The new kids talk about you with reverence. "That's El Silencio," they whisper. They gave you that nickname because you never speak unnecessarily, because your operations are silent, because when you approach, it's the last thing they hear. You've been offered to be a cell boss. More money, more power, more responsibility. You turn it down. Bosses have targets on their backs. Bosses die young or old in prison. You just want to stay alive. But longevity in this business is illusory. You've survived longer than 90% of those who started with you. They're dead, imprisoned, or disappeared. Every day is borrowed. Every morning is a gift you don't deserve. You live with an escape backpack ready. Inside there's $100,000, false identifications, a satellite phone, and a pistol with 3 magazines. It's your evacuation plan. It's probably useless, but it gives you the illusion of control. You look at your mom and your siblings having dinner in the house you bought. They're smiling. They're safe. They're alive because of the money you earn killing other people like them. The irony breaks you. You've protected your family by destroying other families. You've bought their happiness with other people's tragedy. It's the Sicario's paradox, saving those you love by being the nightmare of those you don't know. You're no longer who you were. That 17-year-old kid died with his first kill. What remains is something else. Something efficient, something lethal, something that works on automatic. You've optimized every aspect of your being for violence. You're a war machine in human form. This is what you are now. An assassination professional who counts days and bodies instead of calendars. An expert in death who knows 50 ways to kill but none to really live. A son who bought his mother a house with money that smells of gunpowder and blood. A ghost who walks among the living, waiting for the inevitable day when someone faster, younger, more desperate completes the circle. You're the Sicario. And your story ends only one way. The only question is when.